Hey everyone, it's Richard here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Ravnica is a large plane in the Magic the Gathering world that has been transposed into the realms of D&D. So as you can see in front of me, there's a wide range of products available for Ravnica, whether you play Magic the Gathering or you play D&D as a tabletop DM or as a player. There's a representation of everything Ravnica in this lineup. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. How is Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica? Well, to be very honest, it is a system that requires a lot of planning if you are a DM. As a player, you have a ton of options available to you. But first, we're going to talk about the DM side of it. So, as a DM, you know that you're aware of what your players are playing, and sometimes players don't necessarily go in the direction you want your story to go in. Sometimes they go on this wild tangent spree. Now, that's great and all, but where it gets more interesting is in the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Each player will either play a different member of different guilds or play part of the same guilds or maybe not even play a Guildmaster at all. And the book covers this in a wide variety of ways. My particular favorite is the Demir Guild and how their characters work out. From a DM perspective, it's a lot more loosey goosey when you're playing, when you're trying to introduce a story arc that is concentrates around spies, subterfuge, and like laying low. The Demir Guild particularly takes the spy into effect because you're not playing as a active spy, you're always going to be a passive spy. And you're not necessarily going to meet the person whoever gives you your guild's orders because it's all done telepathically. Now, this is an interesting aspect of the game because it adds a very complex level and depth to it. As a player, you are playing, you have the wide choice of 10 different guilds, whether it's Boros, Azurius, Demir, Gruul, Golgari, the other ones. I forget what the other ones are at the moment, and that's fine. Um, but it's Selesnya. That's another one. Is it? And Rakdos. There we go. That's all 10 guilds. Knew it would come to me. Um, so, as a player, you can select any one of those guilds to play, or if your DM is running a strict guild-oriented game, then you can talk to your friends and whatnot and have all of you in one guild, which makes for a great thematic environment that you're going to be playing. Now inside the book you get character options, you have guild options, guild only spells, etc. So you're going to have a wide variety of choices when designing your character or your game. This leads us up to the Guildmaster Guide's Maps and Miscellaneous. Or, yes. Uh, Inside there, you get precinct maps, DM and player maps, and guild charms that you can earn throughout your campaign. Also, there's a wide variety of miniatures that you can use to accentuate your game, as well as Ravnica dice, and my favorite here, Arclight Phoenix. Arclight Phoenix is a bad boy not only in Magic but also in D&D. In fact, you're going to find a lot of great NPCs and player characters that you can use efficiently in your game. With that said, what are the bad things about the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica? Well, to be very honest, the guild mechanics could use a lot of work, and with more playtesting, even within your own groups, you'll find it very functional to operate within those realms. There are constraints to certain levels in Magic and what you can and cannot use based on your class and abilities. Now, because every guild has some form of magic, it does displace some character dynamics. But again, with a properly run game, you can definitely avoid situations that will get too choppy. Most of the magic ends at level 5 in regards to the guilds. A lot of the stronger NPC characters, such as Niv Mizzet here, or even Arclight Phoenix, they operate traditionally how D&D works. Niv Mizzet, I believe, is a level 30 dragon, and he is quite powerful. Has a lot of nasty spells. Your heroes are going to work within their confined, or well, not really confined, in their constraints and limitations to work in Ravnica. The maps in here are fantastic. They're bright, they're colored. There is, again, as I said, a DM side and a player side. Both function really well. You also find the same mechanics inside the source book. And honestly, if you play the game, whether you play D&D or Magic, if Ravnica is your thing because it's one of the most popular realms in the multiverse, then you're going to enjoy playing in Ravnica. With that said, one of the other elements that you can use as a DM or as even as players as demonstration is, of course, the wide variety of miniatures that are available through the Ravnica line of Icons of the Realms. We also have tiles that are available to build dungeons or bring those maps to life rather than just having it on a sheet of paper. With that said, you can get all of these products here at Hairy Tarantula. Just follow the link below. And until next time, I'm Richard. Have fun DMing.